Welcome back to the O'Dell Engineering Ltd web channel. We really appreciate your time and hope you enjoy our discussion this afternoon. What we want to introduce to you is our lightweight modern sporting rifle line. The Lmsr rifle comes in three versions. We have two here today, the Intro and the Intro Plus. This is our introduction to the AR market for new shooters. It's a value-priced rifle that we think gives you a lot of performance for your money in the market. Before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about the core of the lightweight modern sporting rifle and our entire product line. That's the Omni lower receiver buttstock assembly from American Tactical Imports. We work very closely with American Tactical, and they provide us with this extremely high quality polymer lower receiver and buttstock assembly. There's been quite a bit of discussion about the polymer lower receiver and buttstock, and it is in fact a complete polymer molded lower receiver. When you start looking at a value-priced AR-15, you have to think about how they get to that point on the price. Well, there's been a few other people that have had some experience with this, and they've kind of gone the same way. In fact, I want to pull something out here that some of us might be a little familiar with. You might recognize the box. What we've got here is one of those funny little pistols from a country called Austria. First thing we ever do whenever we pick up a firearm, don't point it at anybody, check, make sure it's unloaded. This is what they call their red gun training gun. I picked this specifically because it shows you in red all of the polymer parts on this pistol. And I could have picked any one of a number of others. There's a second Austrian company, makes a great pistol with just as much polymer underneath it. And there's a whole bunch of American companies that have picked this up in the last few years. A little late to the game, but they're making some fine products. And again, it's a polymer lower receiver. So what you've got here is the use of engineered space-age materials where they take the most sense. They make the most sense. In the frame, which is not loaded with the heat or the high pressure, the polymer gives you an extremely durable, very wear-resistant finish. And where you need the strength of steel or alloy, you use that in the slide, barrel assembly, working parts, and those that control the pressure in a firearm. Other component parts like triggers, they could be polymer, mag releases, they can be polymer. So we can look at these and think, there's the way forward here. I remember back in '80, they laughed at the guy that brought this thing over. Who's laughing now? What I want to take that now is, thinking of that, take a look at your standard AR-15. There's a lot of investment goes into these component parts. And yet when you look at it, very much like those polymer framed pistols, the frame of the AR-15 controls the trigger, the hammer, the fire control components, the magazine feed, but it doesn't control any pressure. The pressure is completely contained in the upper receiver. The barrel, the bolt is all here. So really, when you start to think about it, why am I spending a whole lot of extremely expensive machine time on a part that can be made extremely well, extremely accurately, and very repeatably out of polymer? That's how we get the lightweight modern sporting rifle. Our lower receiver's polymer, buttstock's polymer, but where the money is important, in your barrel, in your bolt, in the sight surfaces, those are all alloy or steel components. So you have all of the value and the money that we put into the manufacture of this in the parts that are really important. In places where we can economize, where it doesn't compromise performance, we can use the polymer lower receiver. And what we have right here is our basic $799 introductory AR-15 rifle. It's called a lightweight modern sporting rifle, Intro. This is the 16-inch barrel. It's a melonited barrel, 1-in-7 twist, so it's fully compatible with both .223 Remington and .556 NATO cartridges. We've fired this and tested this with bullet weights right up to 75 grains, and it stabilizes those, and it works just great. We get excellent accuracy, wonderful reliability, and the gun works super. What I want to show you now is our Intro Plus. One of the comments that we had from a lot of our purchasers, a lot of our shooters, was that they would like a flash hider or compensator on the muzzle of the rifle. So we have taken our intro rifle and we've added a mil-spec M16A2 type compensating flash suppressor. This is on the 16-inch version of the Intro Plus. We also do a 14.5 version of the Intro Plus, so you've got your choice of 2 barrel lengths in the Intro Plus. The mil-spec upper, currently mounting an EOTech 552 sight, fits right on in exactly the right line, so when you have a look, it's right in the right plane for you to sight. We'd like to thank our friends at Elite Defense, co-sponsors of our video, for the access to the EOTech line, and we'd really appreciate it if you would get down to your local gun shop and check out the lightweight modern sporting rifle, the Intro and Intro Plus from O'Dell Engineering. If you've got any questions or comments on the video, we'd appreciate your feedback. That's how we developed the Intro Plus, was from direct feedback from our shooters and our customers out there. So folks, if you've got any questions, please write in, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the range. Have a great day.